Hello everyone, good afternoon. It's Kayla with the Celebration Company. Happy Friday. I hope you're having a great day. Today we are going to make a sign, a gorgeous piece of wall decor featuring this printable right here that says Walk by Faith. How beautiful is that? So that's what this is going to be featuring. I am using this thrifted sign right here, which came from Hobby Lobby originally, and I got this at a thrift store, I think, for $5. So we're going to be using this, and we're actually not doing anything to the frame itself because the frame's already looks really good, and it's going to go perfectly with our images that we're going to be using. So this is going to be really beautiful. I'm excited to see how this turns out. So I hope that you'll jump on in and say hello. Let me know you're watching. I'm going to show you how easy it is to make beautiful wall decor using our craft paper subscription, which is where these papers are from. So they are part of this month's designs. These are the ones that Mom did. And this is one of the pages of embellishments and signs that comes with the set. So there's also an additional 8 full-size craft paper sheets, kind of like this, that coordinate with this. And this is just one of 4 in this specific style. There's also another style that you get with your subscription as well every single month. So that's what we're going to be doing. So when you hop on and say hello, let me know you're watching. Hopefully everyone's having a fabulous day. It is cold here. Weather in Kentucky is the weirdest thing. I think it's this way in a lot of other places, but it doesn't stick with one thing. I feel like up north, it's just like cold all the time, right? In the winter time. And you just have like snow on the ground from like October to March or whatever. It is not that way here. It's the weirdest weather in Kentucky. We went from being very cold and snowy and having like single digits. Then it warmed up yesterday and was almost 60 degrees yesterday. And we had thunderstorms late last night. And then into the morning, the temperature drops down into the 20s. And now today, it's wind chill of like 20 something degrees. It's 36 outside, but feels like 20 something. And by Christmas, it's supposed to be back up into the 60s. So that is the way Kentucky weather works. It's all over the place. It's about like me. It can't make up its mind. It just can't. Actually, that's not true. I do pretty well at making up my mind. I know what I want. All right, so let's see who we got here. Hey, Danae, happy Friday. Hey, Pam. Hi, Carol. Hello, Bev. Hey, Lynn, happy Friday. Hey, Dale. Hey, Rhea. Hello, Rhonda. Hey, Wanda. Hi, Nancy. Hey, Ruby. Thanks for sprinkling and celebrating. I know, Danae. I feel the same way sometimes. Thank you, Ruby. Hey, Nancy. Good afternoon. Thank you, Jenny. Hi, Brewster. I know, Nancy. Same here. It's like high 60s on Christmas. And I was mad about it, honestly, because I was like, I don't like for it to snow. I really don't. And I don't like for it to be cold. But if there is one day out of the entire year that I wish it would snow, it's on Christmas. I don't know why. Why do we want a white Christmas? I'm not sure. But the one day, and I'm like, here we are, 4 snow days already in December. 4. And it ain't going to snow on Christmas. It's going to be 70 degrees on Christmas. That is so dumb. It's just dumb. Yes, Wanda, the wind has been crazy here too. Hey, Jesselyn. Hi, Clarence. Hey, Joyce. Hey, Allison. Yes. Oh, my goodness. So weird, Danetta. Hi, Linda. Hello over on YouTube. Thanks for joining. Okay, so let's get into it. All right, so like I said, this is going to be, we're not having to do too much to this because we're keeping the frame. We're just going to be changing the background. All right. So the first thing I want to do is we're going to be putting this plaid on the background. And it's not quite big enough. It's just a little on this 8.5 by 11. It's just a little bit too small. So in order to conceal that, we're just going to go around the edge and paint it in black just to hide that a bit so that you don't notice it. Okay, so let me grab a paintbrush. Let me grab something to put some paint on. This isn't the best of brushes. You know, I have a bunch of brushes over there by my sink that's clean. I just don't bring them over here and put them away. Is that dumb or is that dumb? I don't know. Oh, fun, Laura. I didn't know there was a new Avatar movie out. That'll be fun. All right, so we're only going to need one coat, and I'm just putting this right up against, and I'm trying not to go too crazy because I figure the blacks probably won't match very well. And so I don't want that to be super noticeable. Now, this is not the best of brushes to use for this because it's rounded. But I'm just going around the edges here just to cover up the white. That is funny, Dawn. Yay, Donetta. It's called Fire and Ash. I hear you, Nancy. I don't know why. It's like I wash them, I sit them there, and then they just stay there and collect, and just a pile of brushes collects. And then, y'all, why are we so dumb? Sometimes I think, gosh, you're so dumb. Like, why are you doing that? I'll get a brush, and I'll just go get one when I could just get all of them. Does that make any sense at all? It really doesn't. But you know what? There's a lot of things I do that don't make any sense. All right. So you can see I'm not coming in very far because we do have the paper we're going to put on the background, and it covers almost all of this, okay? So we just are trying to conceal that little bit that it doesn't cover, okay? So just like that. Now, I'm noticing this is a little bit dusty. Joyce, I am trying very hard, but I am not yet ready. I'm going to wipe this down, this frame. I want to be very badly. I want to be done, but I just can't get it all done as fast as I want it to be. You know what I mean? I am ready for it to be done, and I really want to be done, but I'm just not. I did get more wrapping done this morning, and aside from anything else that might come in for Griffin, I'm done wrapping his. But I still have a lot more to wrap. So I'm hoping tomorrow morning I can get a lot of that done. We'll see. All right, So we're gonna take our craft paper, and this design here, this plaid, is gonna go on the background. So I'm gonna make sure that the black paint is dry, and then we're gonna decoupage that into the background. And I only did one coat. That's more than enough. Also, you want to make sure you're printing your paper on or your design on a paper that's going to be thick enough so that it's not going to show through. This is a 32-pound paper. It's by the brand Hammer Mill. It's the one that we use all the time around here, and we love it. It's a really great paper. And we print all our craft paper on it. All right, so let's get some decoupage glue out. Get this covered in glue. Oh my goodness, Nancy, I love that. Of course you ordered him one. Kids are so funny, aren't they? We asked Griffin the other day, what is the top things that he wants? And one of the things he said was something that I haven't heard him ask for. And I'm just like, what? Of course, it was basically out of the question because it costs $500. So, you know, maybe if we knew from the beginning that was something he really wanted, we would have been able to plan better. But, Catherine, I can get a link if you'll send me a message to remind me. I can get you a link. It's from Amazon. It's called Hammer Mill 32-pound premium color copy paper, and it's in a green package. All right. Okay, so I didn't go all the way out to this edge because I know that this paper's not going to go all the way out. We're going to have to match this up. So I'm just going to lay this in here. And I'm leaving a bit of a space on the top and the bottom. Why are you not sticking? What is going on here? Do y'all see that? Like, what is the problem? I guess it's because there's like this texture on the background. Okay, let's break out a scraper. See if we can get this to adhere. Well, that's a first, I can honestly say. I think it's the texture of the background that's causing it. Wow. All right, I'm going to take my heat tool to it, see if that'll help it. Yo, this is nuts. I've never seen anything like that. There is a pretty intense texture on this. And so I'm wondering if that's why. But we're getting it. It's just taking some time. My word in heaven. Okay. So that's that. All right. So we've got to match this up. And I'm thinking, let's see here, that if we just kind of line it up like this, that's going to look pretty good. So we're just going to overlap just a little bit right here. All right, so we're going to go heavy with the decoupage glue. Maybe that'll help. All right. Okay, so we're just going to line this up. Make sure I'm on the right side. There we go. So that the stripes line up. And then I'm just going to press in to the side with my fingernail. I think this is sticking a little bit better. I'm going a little heavier with the decoupage glue. Okay. Now I'm going to take a knife and trim the excess. Maybe not. Let me try it first and then I'll trim. So it doesn't tear the paper. Well, my kiddo is riding his hoverboard upstairs. Sounded a bit like he just fell. Are y'all there? Y'all are being very quiet today. Y'all have been very quiet lately. Is everybody just really busy right now? Everyone's just getting ready for Christmas and doing all the things. Okay, there we go. All right, so there's our background. All right, so this right here is going to be going in the middle, the walk by faith. So we're going to trim this out. Happy Friday, Jamie. And I think I'm going to trim it right on the line. I don't think I'm going to leave any excess. Right. You have Christmas tomorrow. We have a Christmas tomorrow too. I know. It's busy. Busy, busy. Okay. So there's our beautiful sign. Look how pretty that is. So that's going to be going right here in the middle. However, if we just glued that right on there, it would be pretty, but I feel like it's lacking something, right? There needs to be a little bit of delineation between the two. So we're going to be using one of our beaded borders or frames. These are available on the website, thecelebrationco.com. This is the 8x8, and it comes in a package of quite a few, and they're all square and they're all different sizes. So we're going to paint this to match the frame, okay? So to do that, I'm going to start with some fawn. Okay, and this is going to be our base coat. Oh, I'm going to go get some paintbrushes. Hang on a minute. I'm going to need some. And look what I'm going to do. Instead of grabbing just one, I'll grab all of them. No, Jennifer, he did not. He did not. All right. So let's just get this painted. Now, with the fawn, to be honest, I'm not going to worry too much because this is going to be a base coat. And so I'm not going to try and get this perfect because this is just to be seen underneath the black because we're going to be painting this black. All right. So I'm not worrying too much about whether or not it's getting into those crevices because the black's going to get into the crevices, but when I sand, I'm going to be removing it from the higher points, which is where the paint is going. Okay. So let's dry this and then we're going to paint it black. Thank you, Rhonda. And you want to be careful with your temp here because this is, it will get soft and bend if you get it too hot. So we don't want that. Okay, it's looking good. So now we're going to go over this little beaded frame with our black paint. I'm just going to use the same black paint that I used for the background. This time I do want to completely cover the beaded frame with the black. So I do want to get into all of those crevices and get it completely painted. Which takes a little more time because you kind of have to almost stipple your brush to get it in between the beads. So tonight is when we have Christmas with my best friend and her two daughters. And so we are going over to Mom's here in a very short amount of time and opening presents. And then tonight, which typically we'll stay at Mom's and we'll do have dinner over there, and we'll do a craft or something with the kids or bake something. But this year, of course, 2 of those kids are getting older and starting to lose interest in some of that stuff. This year, we're going out to dinner to our local Mexican restaurant, and then we're going to see Annie at our local theater here after dinner. So we just got a whole little night planned. So that'll be fun. Hello, Sue. Thanks for watching. All right, we are almost there. Okay, last little bit, and then we'll dry this down. Okay, here we go. Thank you, Loretta. All right. Get this good and dry. Now that I can pick this up, I see some spots. I feel like once it's on the surface, you're going to see them. I know, Patty. Hey, that's a good one to have stuck in your head, though. Okay. All right, so we just want to get this good and dried, and then we're going to distress this so that it matches our frame. And again, these are available on the website. They come in a pack. I can't remember how many, but you get a 3x3, a 4x4, 5x5, 6x6, 7x7, 8x8, 9x9. You also get a 5x7, an 8x10, and a 4x6. So it's a really great, I mean, you could do so many things. So many things. All right, so we got that. So let's just grab a sander here. And we're just going to go over this. Not that one. Let me get a different one that's got a clean sanding pad on it. And we're just going to distress this. Now, what we can also do is do a little dry distressing, meaning dry brushing, which might actually work better. I'm just going over these beads. Okay, so I think I will take a little bit. Let's just take this brush. Let's see what this does. And just go over this with this fawn. I just want to make it look a lot like the frame. So that's not quite given what I want it to give. Let me try a different color. I'm going to go with this one, honey brown. Let's see what it does. I think it might be a little better. I'm going to take it on a pouncer and just remove some of that excess. And just give it a little dry brushing. Right over top so that it looks distressed. And it's just going to make it look like wood. Okay. All right. So I'm not going to show y'all what that looks like yet. We're going to go on and decoupage our Walk by Faith onto the background. So I think to do that, I'm going to grab a paper towel and we'll just lay this down and we'll apply our decoupage directly to the back of the printable. Okay. You know what? I'm going to use a pouncer actually, because that way I'm not going to get it super thick. And now that we're decoupaging onto that paper, we shouldn't have an issue. It's getting it to stick. Happy Friday, Carol. Okay. Here we go. All right, so let's take our image here. I'm going to try not to get it dirty. All right, and we'll center this. And glue that down. Okay. I'm going to take the heat tool to it again. Starting to bubble up. It just did not want to stick to that background, let me tell you. Okay. It's better as I apply the heat. All right. So Then we're just going to glue our frame on. We're just going to center it right onto that. And we are going to be done. Look how pretty that is. So I'm going to use some super glue for this because I really don't want super glue on my hands. I'm going to go on and put my gloves on. Yeah, baby.
I don't have clean jeans. I want to have a smarties.
Can you find some?
From the dirty clothes?
Yeah, I'm sure they're clean enough. Somebody's got to do laundry around here. I'm telling you. Okay. So let's add some super glue all around. You can use hot glue, but it's just not going to be, it's not going to go as well as it will if you use the super glue. Okay. All right. And we're just going to center this. And press it down. And it is done as soon as we get this glued down. Look how gorgeous that turned out, y'all. And I say this all the time, but this is how easy it is to make beautiful wall decor, tabletop signs, all kinds of things like that for your home, with things you have already in your stash, old signs that you don't like anymore, or simple, inexpensive pieces that you get from the thrift store that you can make over, which is what this piece was. So basically we bought it for the frame, and look at how beautiful that is and how pretty that turned out. So cute. So there you go, y'all. Easy peasy, super fun, using this month's craft paper designs. We created a beautiful sign for the wall. And it says walk by faith on it, and it's adorable. So there you go. So y'all, I hope you have a really great weekend. Good luck getting everything ready for Christmas. And I hope that if you have a Christmas gathering this weekend, that you have lots of fun and that it goes very well. And I will see you guys back here on Monday. Have a fabulous